Look, when you're over 40, your body changes. And if you're carrying weight around the midsection, you already know the struggle. You put on a shirt and the buttons pull, your pants never sit quite right, and somehow the outfit you pictured in your head doesn't match what's in the mirror. The truth? Most guys in this situation aren't doing themselves any favors. They're wearing clothes that add pounds visually, making the belly look bigger, the torso look shorter, and the whole frame look heavier. But here's the thing, you don't need a new body to look sharper. You just need to dress the body you have, strategically. And that's exactly what I'm giving you today. 10 style rules that use proportion, fit, and fabric to your advantage. No gimmicks, no hide it under a hoodie tricks. Just real proven moves that make you look more balanced, more confident, and more in control of your image. Belly or no belly. Chapter 1. Wear mid to high rise trousers to elongate the frame. One of the quickest ways to make your midsection look bigger is to wear trousers that sit too low. Low-rise pants cut across the widest part of your belly, push it forward, and create the dreaded muffin top effect. They also shorten your legs visually, which throws your whole frame out of proportion. The fix is to bring the waistband back up to where it belongs, your natural waist, just above the hip bones. Mid-rise and high-rise trousers do two important things. They smooth the line from your shirt to your pants, and they lengthen the legs, which makes the midsection appear smaller by comparison. You also want to think about comfort. Stretch fabrics are your friend here. Not skin-tight stretch, but a hint of elastane blended into cotton or wool, so the waistband flexes as you move. That gives you a clean look without feeling restricted. A great example is the 770 stretch chinos from J. Crew. The mid-rise cut sits exactly where it should, and the slight stretch means you can sit, bend, and move without your waistband digging in. I also went ahead and dropped them down in the description in case you wanted to grab a pair. Once you make this switch, you'll notice two things immediately. Your shirts stay tucked more neatly, and your entire silhouette looks taller and leaner. It's a small change, but it's the foundation for everything else you wear. Chapter 2. Choose shirts with gentle taper and correct length. I've seen more guys ruin a good outfit with the wrong shirt than just about anything else. When you've got a bit of a belly, the extremes are what hurt you most. Shirts so tight the buttons are holding on for dear life, or ones so loose they billow out like a parachute. Both make you look bigger than you are. The sweet spot is a shirt with a gentle taper. You want it to follow your upper body so the shoulders and chest have definition, but give enough room in the midsection for the fabric to drape instead of cling. That drape is what keeps the eye moving up toward your face instead of locking onto your stomach. Length matters just as much. Too short and you'll be tugging it down every time you move. Too long and it swallows your frame. For untucked shirts, I aim for a hem that lands about 2 to 3 inches below the belt. For tucked ones, enough length to stay put without bunching. One of my go-tos is the slim, untucked, broken-in cotton shirt from J. Crew. It's shaped in the right places, but leaves you breathing room where you need it. Once you start wearing shirts that fit instead of just cover, you'll notice your whole posture changes, because you'll actually feel good in them. Chapter 3. Upgrade from basic tees to structured collars. I get it. T-shirts are easy. You don't have to think about them. They go with almost anything. And you've probably been wearing them for decades. But here's the problem. When you've got a belly, most basic tees either cling in all the wrong places or hang like a square block. And without any structure up top, they give zero help in balancing your proportions. That's why I always steer people toward polos or casual shirts with a structured collar. A proper collar frames the face, draws the eye upward, and gives the illusion of a longer neckline. It also adds a subtle finished quality that makes your outfit look intentional, not accidental. Fit still matters. Avoid skin-tight sleeves that cut into your arms, but don't let them flare out wide either. You want them gently hugging the bicep. And make sure the fabric has enough weight to drape rather than cling. One of my favorites is the Ralph Lauren Custom Slim Fit Polo. The cotton mesh has just enough body, and the collar stays sharp even after dozens of washes. For a slightly dressier option, the Sunspell Riviera Polo has a cleaner knit and a refined drape that works under a blazer. If you want to see exactly how these look in person, I've linked both in the description so you can compare. Once you make the swap from plain tees to structured collars, you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Chapter 4. Use lightweight jackets and blazers to build the shoulders. If there's one style move that consistently works for men with a belly, it's adding a jacket or blazer. Too many guys skip this because they think it'll make them look overdressed, but the truth is the right jacket does far more than just add formality. It changes your shape. A good blazer or lightweight jacket builds structure in the shoulders, which creates a broader upper frame. That instantly makes the waist look smaller by comparison, and it adds a clear vertical line down the body that draws the eye up and down instead of side to side. You don't need heavy tailoring to pull this off. In fact, I often recommend unstructured blazers or soft jackets made from cotton, jersey, or lightweight wool. They're comfortable, they move with you, and they don't give that stiff boardroom vibe. Darker colors tend to be most flattering, but lighter shades can work in warmer months if the fit is right. Fit here is everything. The shoulders should sit perfectly, the sleeves shouldn't drown your hands, and the jacket should button comfortably without pulling. If it feels like a straight jacket, you won't wear it, so get it tailored or size accordingly. My personal favorite is the slim fit unstructured suit jacket from J. Crew. Once you start wearing jackets more often, you'll notice how they become less of a special occasion thing and more of a daily tool, one that quietly reshapes your proportions and adds instant polish to almost anything underneath. And the best part? You can take it off anytime, but while it's on, it's doing all the heavy lifting for your look. Chapter 5. Pick breathable fabrics that drape, not bulk up. I've had a few people tell me they feel heavier the second they put on certain shirts or sweaters, and it's not in their head. The wrong fabric can literally add visual weight. Thick cottons, chunky knits, and stiff poly blends tend to sit on top of the body instead of flowing with it, which makes the torso look boxy and amplifies the midsection. So instead, let gravity work for you, not against you. Fabrics with a softer drape, like lightweight cotton linen blends, or fine gauge merino, naturally skim the body without clinging. They create smooth vertical lines instead of bulky horizontal breaks. The Banana Republic Luxury Touch Long Sleeve I linked below is an excellent example of this, with its lightweight cotton make. In warm months, I lean on linen shirts or airy cotton poplin. They breathe well, feel comfortable, and move with you instead of against you. In cooler weather, fine merino wool or cashmere gives you warmth without the thickness that adds bulk. Color can help here too. Darker shades in these fabrics will always minimize the midsection, but even lighter colors will be more flattering when the fabric flows properly. One of the quickest upgrades you can make is swapping a heavy cotton sweatshirt for a lightweight merino crew, or trading a thick Oxford for a linen cotton button-down. The difference in how you look and feel is immediate. Your silhouette sharpens, and you stop feeling like your clothes are wearing you. Once you start paying attention to drape, you'll never go back to heavy, stiff fabrics. Comfort and style don't have to be a trade-off. Chapter 6. Choose slim vertical patterns and avoid loud horizontals. Patterns can either work for you or completely against you, and when you've got a belly, the wrong ones make a big difference. Horizontal stripes, bold plaids, and large-scale prints all have the same effect. They draw the eye across your body, making you look wider. And if the pattern stretches over the midsection, it exaggerates the very area you're trying to minimize. The trick is to flip that visual direction. Slim, vertical stripes or subtle vertical textures guide the eye up and down, creating the illusion of length and a leaner frame. It's the same principle tailors have used for centuries in pinstripe suits. Elongation equals slimming. I also pay attention to scale. Smaller, tighter patterns, like fine checks, microdots, or subtle herringbone, add interest without overwhelming your frame. They work best in darker or muted tones, which keep the focus where you want it, your face. If you're new to wearing patterns, start small. A navy shirt with thin white stripes is a safe bet that pairs easily with jeans, chinos, or under a blazer. Once you see how much more balanced you look, you can branch out into more colors or textures. When I help people make this switch, it's often one of the biggest aha moments. They realize they don't have to avoid patterns entirely. They just have to choose the ones that work with their frame. And once you see that difference in the mirror, you'll never go back to those wide, loud horizontals again. So go give that Murano striped Dobby shirt down below a look. Trust me, you won't regret it. Chapter 7. Match your belt to your trousers or skip it. Most guys don't think twice about their belt, it's just there to hold up their pants, right? But when you've got a belly, the belt can actually become a visual trap. If it's in a sharply contrasting color to your trousers, it creates a hard horizontal line right across your widest point. That's like putting a neon sign around your midsection saying, "Look here." The fix is simple, blend it in. Match your belt as closely as possible to the color of your trousers. Navy pants? Navy or dark brown belt. Charcoal trousers? Go with charcoal or black. The closer the match, the smoother the visual line, and the less your midsection gets cut in half. Another option, and one I use often, is to skip the belt entirely if your trousers fit well enough. Suspenders like the ones below are also a great alternative for dressier outfits. They let your waistband sit at your natural waist without cinching or breaking the vertical flow of your outfit. If you've only ever worn belts, it can feel strange at first to go without, but once you see how much cleaner and longer your frame looks without that dividing line, you might not go back. And when you realize that this one tweak can work with everything from jeans to a full suit, it becomes one of the easiest style upgrades you'll ever make. Chapter 8. Wear straight leg or athletic fit jeans for balance. The wrong jeans or pants can completely throw your proportions off. Skinny cuts cling to the thighs and calves, which only makes the belly stand out more by contrast. On the other end of the spectrum, overly loose or baggy fits add bulk everywhere and make your frame look heavier from top to bottom. The real solution here is balance. A clean, straight leg that gives you room where you need it, especially through the seat and thigh, but keeps the leg opening neat and proportioned. This keeps the silhouette even from waist to shoes and prevents that top-heavy effect that can happen with the wrong cut. A touch of stretch is important here too. Look for fabrics with 1 to 2% elastane so they move with you, recover their shape after sitting, and don't pinch at the waistband. Comfort and structure can absolutely go hand in hand. For a refined and slightly pricier option, the Massimo Alba Mauco straight fit pant is cut from a luxurious cotton, silk, and wool blend that drapes beautifully while keeping its shape. Ideal for smart casual dinners, travel, or office wear. For everyday use, the Wrangler Relaxed Straight Fit Flex Jean is a workhorse, mid-rise comfort, durable denim, and just enough stretch to make them feel great all day. I've linked both in the description so you can check them out and see exactly how they should fit. Once you find a cut like this, it becomes the anchor of your wardrobe. Everything above it, whether it's a polo, blazer, or casual shirt, will instantly look more proportional and more intentional. And that's a change you'll notice every time you catch your reflection. Chapter 9. Use necklines that open the frame. When you're carrying weight in the midsection, what's happening around your neckline matters more than most guys realize. Crew necks, whether it's a t-shirt or a sweater, create a closed horizontal line right at the base of your neck. That line visually shortens your neck and can make your face and upper torso look fuller. The fix is simple. Open the frame. Necklines that drop into a V or open naturally, like polo collars, V-neck sweaters, Henleys, or open collar shirts, guide the eye downward in a vertical line. This elongates the neck, slims the upper torso, and shifts attention toward your face. The depth of that opening matters. You don't want a plunging V-neck that feels like you're back in a nightclub in 2008. Aim for a modest drop, just enough to create separation from your chin to your chest without exposing too much. I've seen people instantly look taller and leaner just by swapping a crew neck sweater for a fine gauge V-neck layered over a collared shirt. A perfect example is the cashmere one from J. Crew that's down below. This is literally one of the easiest changes you can make because it works year-round. In summer, that might be a polo or open collar linen shirt. In winter, a lightweight V-neck over a dress shirt, or even a t-shirt. This small detail frames your face better, keeps the focus where it should be, and subtly improves your proportions, all without drawing attention to the change. Once you see the before and after in the mirror, crew necks might not feel as tempting anymore. Chapter 10. Start with a supportive base layer. Most guys think of style as what you can see, the shirts, jackets, pants, and shoes. But the truth is, what's underneath all of that can make or break how your clothes look and feel, especially if you've got a belly. Old, sagging underwear or loose, worn-out undershirts create bulk in all the wrong places. They let your clothes bunch, cling, or ride up, and they don't provide any support where it counts. That means even the best-fitting outer layers won't sit right. The fix is to start at the foundation. Supportive, moisture-wicking boxer briefs give you a smoother base for trousers and jeans. They keep everything in place, help prevent chafing, and stop your waistband from digging in uncomfortably. Modern technical fabrics are soft, breathable, and cut to fit close without feeling tight, which is exactly what you want. If you wear undershirts, choose lightweight, fitted options and breathable blends that won't add bulk. They should hug the torso lightly and extend far enough to stay tucked in all day. One of my go-to recommendations for underwear is the Sax X Ultra Super Soft Boxer Brief. The fit is supportive without being restrictive, and the fabric stays cool and smooth against the skin. For undershirts, something like the Tommy John Stay Tucked undershirt sits flat under dress shirts or polos without showing lines. When you build your outfit from the base up, every layer above it looks better. It's the unseen detail that makes you look more put together and feel more comfortable all day long. Looking sharper over 40, especially if you've got a belly, isn't about hiding behind baggy clothes or hoping no one notices. It's about making smart, intentional choices that work with your body, not against it. The rules we've covered here, from getting your rise right on trousers, to using jackets for structure, to paying attention to fabric drape, are the kind of changes that quietly reshape your proportions. They don't shout for attention, but people notice the difference. And the best part? None of this requires a complete wardrobe overhaul. You don't have to toss everything and start from scratch. Just start upgrading the pieces you wear most often. Your jeans, your shirts, your everyday shoes. And let those changes build momentum. Over time, these rules become habits. You'll stop second-guessing outfits because you'll know every choice you're making is improving how you look and feel. So whether you're dressing for work, a weekend dinner, or just running errands, remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's presence. And when you dress with intention, you'll always look like the best version of yourself.